Alright, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, and good morning sa ating lahat, and shout out sa ating Filipino Association of Safety Professionals family, mga kaligtas, shout out sa inyo. So ang pag-uusapan natin ngayon ay patungkol sa working at height procedures or working at height safety requirements. So ito yung usually natin na tanong, mga kaibigan, mga kampi, at least magkaroon kayo ng mga ideas, ano? So si-share lang natin based on my knowledge and experience sa interviews na encounter natin. So, pag tinanong tayo guys, what is the safety procedures or safety requirements while working at height or in working at heights? Okay? So first, lagi natin sinasabi ito during training ng ating professional diploma in occupational safety and health specialist. So shout out sa mga nag-graduate natin, batch 9, batch Masigasig, and welcome sa next batch natin, batch Makisig. So may mga estudyante na tayo, mag-start tayo sa June 21. Ang start ng training natin para sa batch Makisig sa Professional Diploma in Occupational Safety and Health Specialist. So yan ang schedule natin. So pag-usapan natin guys, ito ay tips lamang sa inyo, no? So, lagi natin sinasabi kapag tinanong kayo what are the safety procedure or what are those safety requirements while working at height. Una, tandaan natin yung documents na tinatawag. Ano ba yung mga documents na dapat natin i-check o ba dapat natin hanapin bilang safety consultant as a safety requirement sa working at height? Pangalawa, ano yung equipment or machineries na gagamitin nila para makapagtrabaho sila ng working at height. Okay? Then, yung mga tao na involved, the people, the workers involved. So, ano ba ang dapat na magkaroon sila? So, yan, tatlo na yan. Apat, yung environment. Yung area, yung environment na pinagtrabahoan nila. Isa yan sa titignan din natin, na isama natin sa pagsagot. So, now, the question is, what are those safety requirements or safety procedures during working at height? So, sabi ko, documents. Sir, the safety procedures or the safety requirements during working at height, first, we need to check if there is a working at height approved procedure. Then, we need to check the working at height rescue plan or rescue program or procedures. Okay? We need to check approved risk assessment. We need to check approved job safety program or job safety analysis. Okay? So, what else? We need to check the permit or the work permit system. If this is properly in place during working at height. So, yan. Kahit yan lang 5. Ayos na yan. So, next, ano mo? Then, of course, sir, we need to check what type of equipment that they are going to use. If they are going to use if they are going to use the MAPE or mobile elevated working platform, we need to ensure the operator should be competent and certified on this type of equipment. It's either scissor lift elevated working platform or telescopic mobile elevated working platform. So it should be, the operator should be or shall be competent and certified on that specific equipment. Then the equipment itself, we need to check if this is in good condition, and it should be inspected by approved third-party inspection company. Okay? So now, let's go to the people or the workers. The workers who are involved in the working at height should be trained and familiar what are those hazards associated in working at height. So, dapat train sila. Then, what else? How about if they are going to use scaffolding? So, idagdag mo yun. Ano mo na yung mobile elevated working platform, idagdag mo. Maybe, sir, if they are going to use scaffolding platform, so the one who should erecting this scaffold platform should be competent and certified by third party scaffold erector. Oh, yan, dapat certified and competent scaffold erector yung mag-erect or mag-construct ng scaffold platform. Then after the erection, sir, we should check if they apply inspection tagging system. So the one who can inspect the scaffolding, no other than the certified and competent scaffold inspector. So mayroon tayong tinatawag na scaffold erector, mayroon tayong tinatawag na scaffold inspector or scaffold supervisor. So then after that, sir, we need to apply the scaffold tag system. When we say scaffold tagging system, when we say red tag, meaning this scaffold is incomplete structure, not allowed to use. When we say yellow tag, scaffold, meaning safe to use, but they need to wear full body harness. If we say green tag, the scaffold platform is completely safe to use. Okay? So yan ang scaffold tagging system. So what else? If there is a follow-up question, no, before that, environment. So mayroon na tayong documents, mayroon na tayo doon sa workers na involved, trained dapat sila, familiar din, equipment na gagamitin, saka it's either MAPE or scaffolding. Next, yung environment. We need to check if the scaffold structure away of any environmental or sa area, environment, the area of working environment. So if there is no any overhead power line, so dapat yan, walang na malapit sa mga overhead power line. Kasi baka mamaya high voltage yan, yung static ng electricity, pwede sila ma-electrocute. Okay, yung mga workers. So dapat away yan, yung scaffold structure natin. So yan. Then weather condition, part of the environment, dapat during working, walang hindi yun yung tinatawag natin ng mga weather condition like sunstorm, heavy wind, heavy sandstorms, so yan, isa yan, rain, so walang pwede magtrabaho. Then pag tinanong tayo, follow-up question, what are those hazards associated in the working at height? So sagutin natin, those hazards here, kahit 3 lang ibigay mo, okay na yun. Hazards like full of materials, full of workers who are working at height, scaffold collapse, yan yung mga hazard na maibigay lang natin. So I hope dito sa video na to, safety tips number 1 about working at height ay magbigay sa inyo ng munting kaalaman. Bakit sinabi ko munting kaalaman? Dahil munting kaalaman lang mayroon ako din. Ako po ay patuloy na nagsaliksik ng kaalaman din, at lahat ng mga sinasabi ko mga kapatid, mga kaibigan, mga kaligtas ay based lamang po sa aking natutunan at na-experience, lalo na sa interview ng mga ganito. So, be consistent during sa interview. Tandaan, i-recap natin, documents, una sabihin mo sa kanila, pagkatapos it's either yung equipment na gagamitin or yung machinery na gagamitin, pagkatapos yung tao na involved, then environment yung area. Okay? So thank you very much, at naway may natutunan kayo dito sa munting kaalaman na ibinahagi natin. Maraming salamat. Wa akhir dawana, inalhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Mabuhay ang Filipino Association of Safety Professionals. Mabuhay ang mga kaligtas. Salamat po.